You can learn an awful lot by noticing the similarities between Bitcoiner and Silver Stacker, and they are just, it's eerie how similar these two types of people are. Both are married to the thing for which they are proponents emotionally, and both are very happy to name call and point fingers if you say something that they perceive as, quote, negative about the thing that they're a proponent for, either Bitcoin or silver. And they also are very hesitant to acknowledge when you say something positive. For example, every video I ever did on Bitcoins was met with derision and, well, you know the drill, the name calling and the mockery and all that. Meanwhile, I simply tried to save people. Those are my dogs in the background. I simply tried to save people from wasting worthless fiat on something that I felt was pretty clearly headed for a disaster. And as Bitcoins went from, 30 to 1 or 2, the Bitcoin community got kind of quiet. Kind of and some of them, like Brother John F., quit talking about them as they plummeted. Well, guess who talked about Bitcoins at the end of last year? Me. I recorded a video called Edumacated Guesses. And this video was recorded on December the 27th of 2012, in which I predicted Bitcoins would break above $20. Bitcoiner, you'd think, would have seen this as a positive, something to congratulate me on, coming around to Bitcoins or whatever. And yet, here we are today with Bitcoins crossing over 21. And that's not a small move, by the way. We're talking about in 1 month, Bitcoins have gone from 12 to 21. They've nearly doubled against the US dollar. And like tumbleweeds crossing the plain, not one Bitcoiner has made a comment about this with respect to my comments. Now, you need to know something. This is not me asking for recognition. Shoot, I've made all sorts of predictions that didn't come true, and there are many things I thought would happen that didn't happen. And that's just part of life. I mean, you're not always going to be right. It's not about being right or wrong. What it's about is intellectual honesty. And one of the hallmarks of the emotional trader is the person who cannot see past their emotional attachment to the thing for which they are trading or they own. They can't see past it long enough to see both sides of the issue and understand that just because you think something's going to go down doesn't mean you're bad. It doesn't mean you're good because you think it's going to go up. As it happens, if you bought Bitcoins a month ago, you have an enormous gain. If it was me and I'd made that trade, I'd be taking it off the table. Easy money. Easy, worthless fiat. That's me. You got to do what you got to do. But whether or not you buy or whether or not you sell, I hope that what you will do now and in the future is spend more time on rationally investigating your trade positions and less time with name calling and finger pointing. Bitcoiner could have made out like a scandalous wild bandit if they had not bought when the Da Vinci J's and the Brother John F's were pushing them in, and they had bought when people like me and others said, looks like it's a good time to buy now. Looks like they're going to go up. Of course, what that would mean is divorcing from emotional positions and divorcing from the name calling and the drama. For a lot of people, that's very hard. You know what? Bitcoin's breaking above 20. I think they probably could go higher. But at this point, until I see otherwise, I'm out of the Bitcoin prediction game. I will not make a comment on Bitcoins moving up or down until they break to a more significant level up or they crash again. Until then, I'm just on the sidelines. Take care.